Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Today we're working on a spread from the Dr. Pepper Museum, which is in Waco, Texas. It was one of the first things my dad and I did for fun once we moved down here. I've got a very interesting color scheme for this one, and you'll see why if you look carefully at the photos. It's this kind of maroon and green, and you'll see here maroon, green. If you look at the little truck here, it's green, the same color as this. And so I just thought it'd be a nice way to pull these together. This is a picture of us in front of the museum. This is me standing on the glass over the well they use to pull the water up, which is cool. We participated in a little taste test to see if we could figure out flavors, and we got a little button for that. It looked like this. I took it apart, took this piece off so that I could cut it to fit onto there. This is a can from Cricut Design Space, and I found the Dr. Pepper logo and then cut it out of this color can so it would show through, and I kind of like the way that turned out. And then more pictures from the museum. This here is the sign that's painted on the back of that truck that's in that picture right there. You can see in the background. 10, 2, and 4 was one of their campaigns, you know, drink a Dr. Pepper at 10, 2, and 4, and they had a 10, 2, and 4 clock there that I thought was cool. Kind of a mock bottling factory. A lot of Dr. Pepper kinds of things, and this was a train set that was all themed with Dr. Pepper. And then here's my dad enjoying the Dr. Pepper float that we got at the end of the tour. It's got a lot of history stuff. It's really cool. I think kids will like it, but there's kind of a fun part and then a more historical part, so you have to balance those out. But we had a great time. In fact, I went there later with my son, and you'll get to see that spread in a couple of weeks when I put that one together. But let's go ahead and work on putting this together. Yeah, it is amazing to me how many different things Waco has. You could spend a whole week here, I think, and do something completely different every day. It would not be the same kind of theme over and over, just different things to do, and we're enjoying living here. Fun little picture of us right in front of the museum. Already put this all together, but designed and then cut out using my Cricut Maker, designed in Cricut Design Studio. I do a lot of work there. You'll notice that my style right now seems to be simple with just a few embellishments, and not too much other stuff to make it busy. I mean, there are times when I'm like, oh, that doesn't look very, very full, but I am really trying to do things so that they help the pictures to stand out. I don't really like spreads where there's like one picture and then a whole bunch of designed elements. I also don't like pages where it's so busy you can't see the pictures. I'm gonna put this to this side a little bit, and you'll see why here. Technique I'm gonna finish these pages with, something I haven't done for a while. By the way, if you don't like Dr. Pepper floats, you can also get a root beer float, which is what I did. For as much as I've enjoyed the museum, I'm not really a Dr. Pepper fan. It would not be my drink of choice. I'm probably Mountain Dew first, and then if I'm gonna have a float, it's gotta be a root beer float, and even best if it's an A&W root beer float. These pictures here, you'll see I cut to 2 3/4 so that I could get a few more pictures onto the page. I don't always cut photos, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to get these all on, and then I realize there's a lot of extra blank space in the photo. And so on this spread, You'll see that in order to get 5 photos instead of 4, I cut 3 of them down to sizes that really just made sense for what I wanted to be seen on the photo. Again, a lot of adhesive on these because with 5 photos on like this, it's going to be heavy, and there's really going to be a need to get a lot of sticky on it. Now I'm going to show you something I've been testing here. This is, you can see where the Coke can was cut out. And I have this white pen, whoops, which is leaking ink. I got to be careful. And I want to kind of make little bubbles like this. So I just wanted to practice before I started to do it. And I think I'm just going to work my way down, and we'll just put little bubbles here and there. And this is just really, I think, to represent fizz coming from a soda. I knew I had this white marker. I don't use these kinds of things very often, but I knew I had it, and I don't think it has ever been opened. And my gut is that it is from my aunt's collection and very well could be over 20 years old. But I like it anyway. I'm gonna have to be careful because I really want those to dry. Yeah, I mean, it looks a little amateurish, but I like it. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this upside down. I just don't want it to look like it's upside down, so I'll have to think about the pattern as I go. Normally I don't make you watch me do so much of the project, but I wanted you to see how I was doing this, and so I decided not to do it ahead of time. Some of these a little more round. Sorry that I'm not talking much, I'm trying to focus. There we go. I think I like that. I'm happy with that. So there we go. Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas. Really great half-day activity, I'd say. Go early before it gets too hot and end by enjoying a float, and then that might serve as a substitute for lunch or allow you to have a light lunch afterwards. But thanks for joining us. Hope you've had a great time. Would love to see your projects. Take care.